bills in our basement, 6 figures ad revenue. It's so cool to be PewDiePie or Ethan Klein. But YouTube is a fickle bitch, there's no guarantees. Next month you might not make shit, no one knows what advertiser friendly now is. So just fuck it and make some cool shit. Or you can vlog your life, talk about your likes and dislikes. You can clickbait cause it's alright. Or anything goes, as long as you know. There's no guarantees cause everybody wants to be the next big thing on your TV. Or you could blow up tomorrow and by next week you might be nobody. I need some motherfucking views. I need some motherfucking views. Attention is what we're all after. Sometimes we look desperate, but sometimes there's laughter. We live in a society where our children think making cool memes is their future profession. Look around, you'll see that the joke's on me. All these millionaire kids, not even 17, cause you can be a fool and drop out of your school. All you need is the views. Or you can vlog your life, talk about your likes and dislikes. You can clickbait cause it's alright. Or anything goes, as long as you know. There's no guarantees cause everybody wants to be the next big thing on your TV. You could blow up tomorrow and by next week you might be nobody. I need some motherfucking views. I need some motherfucking views.
So give me the, cause I want the, so give me the, cause I want the, so give me the, give me the, give me the motherfucking views. So give me the, cause I want the, so give me the.
What's up, baby? Hello. I know we just met, do we have to take it slow though? I like a little bit of everything. I promise I won't do nothing that you are too embarrassed to admit. You need in your life, I would not think twice to make you feel nice, create paradise. If I spend the night, I'll break you off right. All I need is that green light. So invite me to your crib, hey. Well, I will bring my magic fingertips. Say maybe I can run them up and down the hall like the Abati until you bust a nut. Or we could order Uber Eats and hit the bathroom, and after dinner get them cheeks clapped real good. I'm bringing nothing but the heat if you invite me to your crib, yeah. I take your socks off slow. I ball one up and put it inside of my asshole. Cause I'm a sucker for that freak shit. I'm on some real G shit. You get a taste and you will never go back to the way things were when you were so damn insecure. You've always had a freak in you, and you just needed that green light. So invite me to your crib, hey. Well, I will bring my magic fingertips. Say maybe I can run them up and down the hall like the Abati until you bust a nut. Or we could order Uber Eats and hit the bathroom, and after dinner get them cheeks clapped real good. I'm bringing nothing but the heat if you invite me to your crib, yeah. I waited so long to find my other half. Then you let me snort Cheeto dust off your ass, and I knew right there that my search was over. and made you bust a ooh. Then we ordered Uber Eats and hit the backwood. And after dinner, I got them cheese clapping real good. You know I'm only bringing heat when you invite me to your crib. To your crib, yeah. So invite me to your crib, hey. Well, I will bring my magic fingertips. Say maybe I could run 'em up and down the whole length of your body and make you bust a nut. Or we could order Uber Eats and hit the backwood. And after dinner, get them cheese clapping real good. I'm bringing nothing but the heat if you invite me to your crib. Your crib, yeah. You know I'm only bringing heat when you invite me to your crib. To your crib. I'll probably finish on your feet next time I'm over at your crib. At your crib.
Yeah. Hey man, you ever felt unstoppable? That's the team, right? I said, welcome to the new world. Welcome to the new world. Hey, yo, Jai got it. What if I told you I was super bad and ain't no grave gon' hold me down and I put that on Johnny Cash? Tuesday up a blunt, flying high like each and every night.
Oh, let's get all this unmuted here so we can have a conversation. I hope everyone's doing great. I hope everyone's doing well. It is Taco Tuesday, so grab your cervezas and your favorite taco, be it your traditional crunchy with a little bit of ground beef, lettuce, cheese, tomato, sour cream, or if you like that exotic stuff, and get you a shrimp taco or a fish taco. By looking at me, trust me, guys, I like them all shapes, all sizes. It doesn't matter. Okay, so I wasn't going to stream today, and then all of a sudden, something came across my Twitter feed that I'm a little bit quiet. Hang on here. Let me get this microphone down here where you, because the last thing I want you doing, Zero, is missing and not hearing my lusciously hot, sweet voice. Hey, Orson, Abby, Zero. I hope all you guys are there. Digital Homic, all you guys, I appreciate you. Anyway, so like I said, I wasn't going to do a stream today. And then a tweet came across my feed that really, I don't want to use the word triggered, but it distressed me. It upset me. And I wanted to kind of go over this. I don't think it's going to be a terribly long stream today, but you never know. We never know where this road's going to take us. We never know what's going to happen. So let's just enjoy the ride, okay? So anyway, first thing that I want to do kind of here, I guess, is I want to River shook. No, I wasn't shook, Abby. It just kind of took me, took me aback a little bit. And I'll get into that. But anyway, the first thing I want to do, guys, is I wanted to share something with you guys. I promised, because some of you may not have seen this, last stream when I was talking about the, kind of giving you guys a little bit of an update between me and Boogie. I told you guys I was going to make a donation. I did. Here's that donation receipt. Where I blocked out my email address because I didn't want you guys seeing all my business. I didn't want to put my business out in the street there. But you can see here, I donated $41 to the American Cancer Society, and the reason is I lost my father several years ago to lung cancer, and it's a horrible disease, and so, if you've lost a loved one or, has somebody that's fighting it, maybe that donation will do some good. I don't know. Anyway, the bottom line is that money was intended to be used for a good cause, and I still think it's being used for a good cause. And so anyway, so let's get into the topic at hand. So Jeremy Hambley, aka the Quartering. How did I first get involved, or how did I first become aware of Jeremy? So back, I guess at this point, maybe it's been 6 years ago, somewhere in there, 5, 6 years ago. Because my two sons were playing MTG, or Magic the Gathering. They had been after me and after me and after me to play the game, and I just was like, nah, it just didn't interest me. I didn't think anything. I just whatever. And one Sunday afternoon, they were sitting at the table, and they had a bunch of family members that played the game as well, and they were all sitting around playing and whatever. And they goaded me into playing, and they gave me one of their decks, and so I sat down and I played, and I found the game interesting, and so I started playing, learning the game, learning the rules. I played it, actually played it, just casually around the dinner table, as it were. Started playing at my local, or the nearest. No, it wasn't really local; it was the nearest, about an hour away. Card store, and started playing, MTG. Started watching creators on YouTube and stuff. And one of the creators I discovered at the time was Jeremy Hambley, aka the Quartering, who was making videos and stuff in and around Magic the Gathering, and all the stuff that was going on with Magic the Gathering, the the different events that they had going on, and so on and so forth. And so he came on my radar back then. And so anyway, so I watched it and whatever, and it was, and that's how I got aware of him. Then let me bring this up here. So then around 2017, Jeremy got banned, got a what they call a DCI ban by Wizards of the Coast, which is the parent company and founders, creators of MTG. And they banned him because of some comments that he made about a community member by the name of Sprinkle. She played a little bit of cards and or MTG, whatever, but she was more of a cosplayer and a personality, and she would dress up as different characters from within the realm of MTG at these different uh, magic gatherings and stuff. Anyway, so Jeremy got banned. And the reason why I got banned was because he was making some comments about how, and see if this is not kind of on topic for what's kind of going on right now, right? Some discussions have been going on. He got banned because he essentially said that these young ladies were taking advantage of these young men who play Magic. And I would say, based upon some, not some, but most of the events that I attended, a lot of these young men are very socially awkward. They struggle a little bit knowing how to interact with somebody in a face-to-face setting. A lot of them have some issues with personal hygiene. When I went to a qualifying event over in Memphis, Tennessee, where I actually almost made it into the money over there, and would have, possibly qualified to go on to like uh, on higher up into the championship play. There were some young men over there that I wonder sometimes if they knew what soap and water was. They were some really stinky dudes. Um, but Jeremy was kind of, I guess, for the lack of a better word, white knighting for these guys, right? And he was sitting there and telling or sharing his views on how these women were manipulative, and how they were using their femininity to get money out of them because of their social awkwardness and not knowing how to interact with women and stuff like that. Um, and you know, my thoughts then are the same as they are now. Yeah, that without a doubt, I'm sure went on and does go on and so forth. Um, but it's their money. If they want to give it to somebody, let them give it to them. Man, my nose is itching. Who am I? Who am I or anyone else to sit there and tell these young men, hey, you don't need to give their money away? Is it foolish for them in a lot of aspects? It is. But I think a lot of these young men, if you went up to them and said, hey, listen, it's probably not a good idea for you to give this person money because it's not really going to get you anywhere with them. Um, I don't think they'd be very receptive to it. And unfortunately, a lot of these people have to learn through just life lessons that that's not a good idea, and that's not a way to that's not how you're going to make friends. But anyway, I digress. But anyway, um, so like basically right on the heels of that, because what he said really upset some people and really got him into some hot water with a lot of people. He shifted from MTG because he got banned, right? So he wasn't able to. So he started doing this game cons where he would go to these events where, like, the small companies and indie companies were making board games, board tabletop top games. So he went there, and one evening, after the one of these events or whatever, he was at a local establishment having a few adult beverages and what have you. And anyway, he got someone come up uh, and sucker punched him. And the person was a member from, I'm sitting here and I was trying to remember, because this was back in 2018. And as everybody knows, the Peepaw's memory is not always the best in the world. But if I remember this correctly, the person who came up and punched uh, Jeremy was a person from the LGBT community, if I remember correctly. And they had been incensed over the some of the comments and stuff that Jeremy had made rather. And so anyway, this running around this time was when he started shifting to more of a political type commentator, addressing political stories and stuff that in and around entertainment and things like that. One of the phrases that he loves to use is "go woke, go broke." He really had made quite a few videos and around the Mandalorian and that whole thing with Gina Corona. Um, let's see here. Why do we have? Listen here. I'm not going to have. I'm not going to have. I don't want you. But 2 more time. There we go. We're going to time that out because I don't need nobody advertising how to hook up with girls on my on my streams. I think if you want to do that, there's plenty of ways out there. But anyway, so anyway, so that's about the time I really quit watching him because he just started having some really, in my personal opinion, some really bad takes. But anyway, so Jeremy on his YouTube channel, he has about says here 1.32 million subscribers, and you can see here by some of his videos. He's he it's very political. Elon has had enough. Uh, Gould celebrate the death of Robbie Coltrane. Of course, the actor that played Hagrid, who recently passed away. Um, uh, like I say, his stuff is more politically leaning and so forth. And so, anyway, on his Twitter account today, and by the way, on his Twitter account, he has 203,000 followers. But on his Twitter account today, like I said, this came up on my feed here. So let's see if I blow this up here. Here we go. Let's just kind of have a quick little listen to what Jeremy had to say.
Just another public school teacher coming out to their students and encouraging them to do the same. Nothing weird about that at all. Make sure you leave a like on this video and you subscribe so I can keep bringing these people to light.
Happy National Coming Out Day from your local, or probably not so local, queer teacher. I have a sticker on my mug that says support queer kids, which of course you can't read because I didn't put the flip filter on it. And one of my kids commented today on how much they appreciated that. And all of my rainbow on today, and I was like, well, it's National Coming Out Day. Like, I had to be covered in rainbows. And they were like, oh my gosh. So we talked about coming out, and they asked if they could make me cookies. It was very cute. I love my 10th graders. And to anyone watching this, worried about or thinking about coming out, no matter where you are in your coming out journey, you are valid and loved, and you will always have a place here.
Name's recording, and if you enjoyed this, leave a like on it.
Well, we didn't enjoy it, Jeremy. We're not going to leave a like on it, and kiss my ass, by the way, while I'm at it. So, some of you guys may not know, so I'm going to give you a brief little story here. I worked in the public school sector for roughly about 15 years as an IT person. And during that time frame, we had several students that came through. I watched them all the way through elementary till they graduated, that were in the LGBTQ community. Okay. I watched, some of them were accepted and they were, treated decently. I'll put it that way. There was always some classmates that were, mean, that would say things that were very diminishing to who they were and what and who and what they were. And I saw some of them, unfortunately, just because of who they were, beat up. There's no way to put it. They were targeted because of their sexuality, and they were beat up. And so, the thing that I was always told as a kid growing up is that, and this doesn't matter if you're a young person in school, if you're a young person in college, or if you're just an old dinosaur like me. At any given time, you can have, a bunch of eyes on you, which means you've always got people that are watching you. They're watching you for how you handle things. They're watching you for how you treat other people. They're watching you because maybe they look up to you or they admire you, or they're looking for some reason, maybe even to pick on you or ridicule you and mock you for something that you say or something that you do or whatever, right? But the bottom line is you've always got people that are always have their eyes on you, right? And when you are in a position of leadership or authority, such as a teacher, as an educator, right? Now, I wasn't a teacher or an educator, but I still, I was still, I had kids there that looked up to me because they too wanted to go into computers. They wanted to go into that field, or they wanted to go into that industry. And so, they would come to me and they would talk to me and stuff, right? And I had young people who were gay who would come and talk to me because they were struggling because where I live and where I worked is a very small community. And like I said, there were some kids that were more accepted than others, and the ones who were not accepted, a lot of times they struggled, right? Because they wanted to be included, they wanted to be not judged or demeaned or condemned because of who they loved, right? And so and in a lot of times in these cases, these kids were not even accepted in their own homes, right? So the only time that they got any type of acceptance or love or any type of affirmation or a pat on the back to tell them that it's okay, that who you are and what your plans are and where you're going in life, it's good. You're okay. Everything is good, right? They didn't have that at home. They didn't have that support network at home, right? Now, I have seen situations where there are some educators out there who are 100% using their position of authority to uh, politicize the whole situation, right? Where they are, as they say, indoctrinating, or they're, uh, I don't like to use the word, I don't think they're necessarily grooming them, but they are indoctrinating them, and they are injecting into these young people certain ideologies and things that really is not their place or position to do, right? I don't believe that this young educator is doing that. That's not what that her video to me showed at all. All it showed to me was a teacher who cared about her students and was letting them know that it's okay if you're gay, that you're accepted, that it's nothing to be ashamed of. It's not something to hide from. And I think Jeremy's take on this is so brain dead that I think the man needs to lay off the hooch. I know he has a huge reputation for being a drunkard. The whole meme of pissing in his drain in his basement and shit like this is not one of those type. It just this really bothered me. I don't maybe maybe I shouldn't have let it bother me. I don't know, but this really just bothered me. Because I know some of these young people that would come to me and they would be having problems, and they'd be having problems with the significant other in their lives. And why would they come to an old man that's but I would give them the same advice as I would, give anybody else. I don't think that advice differs just because you maybe love someone from the same sex. All we're looking for was for acceptance. And you say, well, you can't force someone to love you, and you want someone that's going to respect you for who you are, and give you back exactly what it is that that you're offering them. And I don't think that difference, I don't think that changes. I don't think it changes from being heterosexual, or if you're a homosexual, or I just don't think that changes. It doesn't. But anyway, so I went out there and I wanted to take a look at what some other people was saying about this take that Jeremy had. So this person here says, a 10th grader came to her to discuss it. She, as an adult, as a teacher, is allowed to wear a rainbow. She seemed like a genuinely nice person, enjoying a nice work day. You are a bigot and an asshole if you see anything wrong with this video. Well, I agree with Let Foo. I agree with him. Nat Tie Dye says, Jeremy, a teacher coming out as a lesbian. Oh God, she's trying to convert kids. Be outraged about this because I totally am. I am, and I'm not just doing this for views and attention. Exactly. Master Spooky says, Christ, this man is such a twat. Amen. Amen. And then Funky Donkey with gay people being gay at school. Let's see here. No BS says, must be tough being so scared of everything. Calm down, Jeremy. She's just making her students feel comfortable and welcome. And I agree with that. I think she was. That's all she was trying to do, was to make her students feel comfortable and welcome. I think that sums it up. I think that's pretty well, pretty much it. Um, just a little bit of an update. Dave, Dead on Dave, is not going. We're not going to be doing a show tonight. There was a few things out there that had kind of been put together, whatever. But as a lot of you, I'm sure, know, Dave is in the process of moving, and after working all day, and he's moving stuff after he gets off work and trying to get things set up in his new apartment. He's just too tuckered out. But he did inform me that we will have Willie Mac Wednesday tomorrow evening. So be looking for that. I think that'll be good. And anyway, so guys, I really don't have, like I said, this was going to be a short stream because I just want to talk about that little video that Jeremy put out. And I would encourage you to maybe maybe just, I don't know, give somebody some positive affirmation today. Maybe just, tell them, hey, it's okay. Give them a hug, a pat on the back. If you can't do it in person because maybe it's just a virtual person, give them a little bit of a virtual hug. That's an encouraging word. That's sometimes that's all it takes too. Anyway, guys, what's that? Schmitz. I don't know if I'm saying right. What's up, Riv? Man, I'm just happy to be here. Having a good day. And anyway, I think with that, guys, I'm gonna just kind of wrap it up. Like I said, it was just gonna be a short one. Didn't have just a whole lot, but that one little thing was kind of sticking in my craw, and I kind of wanted to cover that a little bit. Anyway, Jeremy, I in closing, I guess I hope that one of these days that you can learn to have some compassion from people that are a little bit different than you. That we all don't have to look the same, and we don't all have to think the same, and we sure as all hell don't have to love the same. And that's one of the great things that makes this world great, is because different people from different walks of life, with marching to different drums, gives us a wonderful beat to listen to. And with that, remember, guys, as Pete always says, keep your powder dry, and I'll see you in the funny papers.